question. Mm, 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 mm.
Sir, did you start the recording?
You can check yourself whether it is showing that recording started or not. Where are you? Are you somewhere in the sea? So many birds are there. Hmm? Hello? So we have three charges, Q, 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 and there is a point P, and we need to find electric field at point P. And the next part is also similar. These kind of questions we have done already in force. Okay. So you know how to solve these type of questions. None of you can say that I don't know. These are different questions. No, we have done similar questions and we need to find, this is point P, this is Q, 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 and this is A, 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 A. And the question is simple. Find electric field at point P. Find electric field at point P. Find electric field at point P. Okay, please find. All right, Yash. All right. Everyone, please pay attention. This question will be solved exactly the same way as we solved the questions related to force. Okay. So at point P, suppose I call this as number 1 as number, and I call this as number 3. So if I name these charges as number 1, number 2 and number 3, then electric field will be due to 1, electric field will be due to 2, and electric field will be due to 3. So EP, electric field at point P, will be, and that is vector, that will be E1 vector plus E2 vector plus E3 vector. Electric field will be due to E1, due to E2 and due to E3. Now E1 will be due to 2, E2 will be in this direction, and due to 3, E3 will be in this direction. Okay. Now let us talk about the magnitude of E1, E2 and E3. So E1 will be KQ by A square. E2 will also be KQ by A square. And E3 will be KQ by root 2A square, and that is KQ by 2A square. Okay. So these are the values of E1, E2 and E3. But these are vector quantities, mind it. E1 is upward, E2 is towards right, and E3 is along the angle bisector, right? So we need to find their resultant. So first of all, I am going to find resultant of E1 and E2. So resultant of E1 vector and E2 vector, resultant of E1 vector and E2 vector, if E12, I am calling it E12, then so E12 magnitude of that will be under the root of E1 square plus E2 square plus 2 E1 E2 cos 90. Okay, and that will be under the root of E1 square plus E2 square. So that will be KQ upon A square plus KQ upon A square. So that comes out to be root 2 times KQ by A square. Okay. That is the value of E12. Interestingly, this E1 will be in the direction of E3. E12 will be in the direction of E3. So when E12 and E3 are in same direction, when E12 and E3 are in same direction, then we can simply and easily add them. So E net will be E12 plus E3 because directions are the same. So that will be KQ upon A square, and that is root 2 plus KQ upon 2A square. So that is the value of E net for first part. Please note this, everyone. Please note. If you have any doubt related to that, do not hesitate and ask. Do not hesitate and ask. So those who have done it correctly, very good. Those who have done it correctly, very good. All of you, it is my humble request for you to participate in solving the question. If you don't participate, you will blame coaching, you will blame rest of the whole world for not understanding the things. But actually the thing is, you are only responsible if you are not participating. When your other friends can participate and learn and solve questions, so can you. Okay, so please do that. Do not be lethargic, do not be careless, do not underestimate the competition, and keep studying. Okay, keep studying. You all are smart. I want you to use your smartness for your own good. Okay, for your own progress. All right. So this was part 1. Now let me talk about part 2. So again I am labeling these numbers. So this will be charge 1. This will be charge 2. This is charge 3. This is charge 4. And this is charge 5. Okay. So electric field due to E1, charge 1 basically, will be E1. Electric field due to charge 2 will be E2. Electric field due to charge 3 will be E3. Electric field due to charge 4 is E, and electric field due to charge 5 will be E5. Okay. So these are the 5 electric field due to 5 charges. These are the 5 electric fields due to 5 charges, and up to this it was previous question. Up to this it was previous question, mind it. Okay. So now how much is E1, how much is E2, how much is E3? Let us talk about that. So E1 and E2, these are equal in magnitude and their values are K, Q upon A square. So E1 and E2 are equal and their magnitudes are KQ by A square. Similarly, E3 and E4 will be equal. This distance will be root 3A. This distance will be root 3 and A is outside. Okay. So E3 and E4 will be KQ upon root 3A whole square, and that came out to be KQ upon 3A square. Similarly, E5, because this is 2A, this is 2A. So E5 will be KQ by 2A. That will be KQ by 4A. Okay. These are the fields due to individual charges. But we don't want that. We want electric field due to all charges. We want electric field due to all charges. Right? Okay. So pay attention. Pay attention. So E1 and E2. So due to E1 and E2 together. So I am calling it E12. Now angle between E1 and E2 is 120 degree. So this angle is 120 degree. So E12 will be under the root of E1 square plus E2 square plus 2 E1 E2 cos 120. Cos 120 is minus half. Remember that cos 120 is minus half, and E1 and E2 are equal in magnitude, and that is kq by a square. So that will be under the root kq by a square plus kq by a square plus 2, just a second, square plus 2 kq by a square into kq by a square into minus half. So basically this and this will get cancelled by a square. So that is E12. So basically, just to tell you, your E12 will be in this direction, E12, and that value is kq upon a square. Mind it. Now, angle between E3 and E4 is 60 degree. This angle is 60 degree. Angle between E3 and E4 is 60 degree. So I am writing due to E3 and E4, I am calling it E34. I am calling it E34, and that will be under the root of E3 square plus E4 square plus 2 E3 E4 cos 60, and that came out to be root 3 kq by a square. That came out to be root 3 times kq by a square. Please note.
So shouldn't it be root 3 by 3?
Just a second. It will be because the value of E3 and E4 was upon 3 also. So it is root 3 by 3. You are right. Okay. Any doubt, any question so far, anyone? Now, E net will be E12 plus E34 plus E5, because all these are in same direction, E12, E34 and E5. So that will become kq upon a square plus root 3 kq upon 3a square plus kq upon 4a square. So you can take kq upon a square common. So that will be kq upon a square, and remaining will be 5 by 4 plus 1 by root 3. Answer. Please note. Any doubt, any question? All right. So this is E net for second part. If you have any doubt, do not hesitate and you can ask. Okay.
It's pi by 4 plus root 3 by 3 now.
Beta, root 3 by 3 is 1 by root 3.
Okay, sir. Yes, understood.
Yeah, very nice. Next question. If you notice, I'm giving you similar type of questions which we have already solved in electrostatics, that means forces, right? The purpose is to make you go through the same process again and again and again so that it becomes a cakewalk for you. All right. So next question. So this is Q, L is the length, uniformly charged rod. Uniformly charged. Excuse me. And this is point P, which is at distance A from the rod. Question is very simple. Find electric field at point P due to rod. Find electric field. Find electric field at point due to rod. Please find. Please find. Okay. So everyone please pay attention. When we are trying to find electric field at point P, this time we find ourselves in a little bit uncomfortable situation because rod is not a point charge. Because rod is not a point charge. So we are going from here and taking an element of length dx. Okay. Pay attention to what we have done. We have gone at a distance x and then taken an element of length dx. Okay, that sequence is very important. When we go at some distance, then we take element in distance term. Okay, we have gone at a distance x and taken an element of length dx. We are assuming that charge on that is d cube. Now due to this dq, electric field will be small. Why? Because charge is very small. Because charge is very small. So dE is equal to kd cube upon x square. Now the problem is that, sir, how much is the value of d cube? So in L length, charge was capital cube. So in unit length, charge will be q by L. So in dx length, charge will be d cube is equal to q by L dx. D cube is equal to q by L dx. So let us put value. So dE comes out to be k into q by L x upon. Now this is electric field due to one small element. On that rod we can have so many similar elements. So what we can do for entire rod, now we have to count electric field due to all the elements and we have to add that. Okay, now counting and adding for each will be a difficult task. So what we can do, we can do integration. So for entire rod, E is equal to integration dE is equal to kq by L can be taken out because these are constant, and integration dx x, and limit will be from, pay attention, limit will be from this point which is at distance a to this which is a plus L. So limit will be from a to a plus L. Limit will be from a to a plus L. So E will be kq upon L and that will be minus 1 upon x, and limit is from a to a plus L. So E comes out to be kq by minus, and now we are going to put limit 1 upon a plus L minus 1 upon a, and when you solve this, I am writing answer directly. That comes out to be k into q upon a into a plus L. Okay, so I have done the calculation directly. So that is the answer. That is the answer. Okay. Now there can be one more method which is even simpler, but to use that you need to remember certain value, and how we can do that, let us see. So E is equal to F by Q. E is equal to F by Q. Remember how much was the force which we solved in last case? So E is equal to F was KQQ upon A into A plus L upon Q. So E comes out to be, this Q and Q got cancelled, KQ upon A into A plus L. Answer. And same thing you could have done in previous all the questions. Same thing you could have done in previous all the questions. All right. Okay. Any doubt, any question, anyone? Any doubt, any question, anyone? Good. So now can you quickly tell me, I hope you all have noted. I hope you all have noted. Say yes or no. Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Good. Now you need to quickly tell me the answer for this. This also we have done. So this is point P. This is capital Q. R is radius. Uniform ring. And question is same. Find electric field at point P, which is at the center. Find electric field at point P. Please find.
So is there like always a pattern while we do integration like this with such similar shapes?
Yes. That's what I want to teach you. It is not random. It is not for mugging. There is a pattern and you need to understand that. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This time people have become smart. They simply solved it by second method. Tell me if I am wrong. How many of you have solved by first method? How many of you have solved by integration method? Raise your hand. How many of you have solved using first method, which is integration method? Write your name if you have done solving integration method. That's fine, Adlik. That's fine. How many of you have solved using integration method? Write your name in chat box quickly. Mm, mm, mm. All right. Nobody, none of you has solved using integration method. That tells very important thing about human behavior. When humans get something easily or some easy method, they all run after the easy method. Okay. Advik, what I said that E is equal to F by Q. Advik, this is for you. Now F we have already solved in last classes. It is KQ upon A into A plus L divided by Q. So E came out to be KQ upon A into A plus L. That is the second method. Okay. So basically this method takes help of already done force question. Okay. So that was the second method actually. Now everyone please pay attention. I am going to solve by integration method. So this is the situation. Now we are going at an angle theta and taking an element d theta. So this is d theta. Now charge on that is d cube. Now due to this d cube, electric field at point P will be dE and dE will be k d cube capital R. If this angle is theta, this will also be theta. So there will be two components. One component will be in this direction, that is dE cos theta, and another component will be in this direction, that will be dE sin theta. Now dE cos theta will get cancelled, so E net will be integration dE sin theta, and your limit will be from 0 to pi. Now integration dE is k d cube upon r square into sin theta. Now how much is value of d cube? So pay attention. In pi angle, charge is q. So in unit angle, it will be q upon pi. So in d theta angle, it will be d cube and that will be q upon pi d theta. So E net comes out to be k is constant upon r square is constant, integration sin theta d theta, and limit is from 0 to pi. Integration sin theta d theta, I know its value is 2, so E net comes out to be 2kq by pi r square, and direction is towards d sin theta. That is the direction of E net. Please note everyone. Please
So,
note.
so what
Yes.
happens to dE cos theta?
You integrate it, you will find that its value comes out to be 0.
Okay, sir.
All right. Noted. Noted. All right. All right. Now let me ask you a question. It's a simple question,
So could you
but
please scroll up a bit, sir?
this much is fine. This much bit.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basically we have three charges Q, 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 and there is a point O, and this is A. All three are equal. Question says find electric field at point O. Find electric field at point O. Find electric field at point O. Find. Okay, people are saying that this value is 0. Can anyone explain unmuting himself or herself that how this value is 0 at point O? Can anyone explain this? Why and how this value is 0? Your answer is correct. Hmm.
So it's symmetric and it cancels out.
Hello. Yeah, that is true. All right. I understand your limitation. So let me explain. What you said is correct. See, electric field due to this, let's say it is E1. Okay. Electric field due to this, let's say it is E2. And electric field due to this, let's say it is E3. Okay. Now, E1 and E2 and E3 are equal in magnitude. Now, angle between E1 and E3 is 120. Angle between E1 is also, and angle between E2 and E3 is also 120. So basically, these three vectors are equal in magnitude and distributed symmetrically at angle of 120 degree. So if you find resultant of these three, so E1 vector plus E2 vector plus E3 vector, so that will be 0. So your answer is absolutely correct, no doubt about it. Okay. I am giving you this type of easy questions for a reason. Find electric field at point O. This is Q, 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 A for all the points. So this is B part, this was A part, and let me give you C part also. That will be a hexagon. So this was Q, 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 Q. And side is also A for all. Find electric field at point O in B and C. You need to mention B and C and then you need to mention your answer. Please go ahead. I'm telling you, people love giving zero as the answer. People love giving zero as the answer. Because to give zero as answer, you don't need to do any calculation. You just say, sir, I felt like that answer is zero. Or, sir, due to symmetry, answer is zero. So you just need words. You don't need to do any calculation. But yes, your answers are correct. Everyone, please pay attention. Please pay attention how the answer is zero. So pay attention. In B part, due electric field due to this is, let's say, E1. Okay. Electric field due to this, let's say it is E2. Electric field due to this, let's say it is E3. Electric field due to this, let's say it is E4. So what we can see is E1 and E2 are equal and opposite. So these two will cancel each other. E1 and E2 will be equal and opposite. E3 and E4 are equal and opposite. So all of them will cancel each other. So E net at O, that means EO, and that will be 0. You understood this? Yes, Gaurav. Yes, Gaurav. Have you understood this?
Sir, can you explain to once again, sir? I'm still confused.
I have just explained that if two forces are equal and opposite, then their resultant will be 0. So E1 and E2 will be 0. Similarly, E3 and E4 are 0. I have said that it is for forces. Same is applicable for any vectors. If two vectors are equal and opposite, then their resultant will be 0. So E1 is cancelling E2, E3 is cancelling E4, so E net comes out to be 0. Understood? Similarly, in C part, this is E1, this is E2. Are these two equal and opposite? Yes, sir. This is, let me use a different color. This is E4. Are these two equal and opposite? Yes, sir. This is E5. And this is E6. Are these two equal and opposite? Yes, sir. So E net will also be 0 here. Now you understood, everyone? And yes, have you understood? All right. So I gave you these questions so that I can ask you these questions. And the questions are: find electric field at O in each case. So A part, this is O, and charges are Q and Q. This side is A. So that is A part. Now for B part, just a second, let me use white. Please notice that I am keeping charge. In first part, charge is only at 2 corners, not at 3 corners. Charge is only at 2 corners. So this is point O and this is Q. Yeah. So please find for these two, and then we are going to solve more. Please find for these two.
Just scroll up a bit.
For last part,
So for this question,
so this is the question. No need to scroll. Okay.
yes, sir.
Mm. So far, two persons have given the answers and their answers are conflicting. So Davis has corrected his answer. Okay, everyone, please pay attention. This time you need to pay more attention. Everyone, this time you need to pay more attention. Okay, pay more attention. And I am going to solve second part first. Okay, pay more attention and I am solving second part first. Suppose if I get one more charge from somewhere and I put it here, correct? So if I get one more identical charge from somewhere and if I put it here, then E at O becomes 0. Yes or no? For charges at OR corner, E O is equal to 0. Now what does it mean? Listen very carefully, everyone. What does it mean? That means the electric field which is created by these three charges, that means, everyone please pay attention, that means electric field which is created by these three charges at O is equal and opposite due to electric field due to this single charge which we have kept. That's how total electric field is becoming 0 after keeping one charge at the fourth corner. Have you understood this sentence and this concept? Because this charge, when it is kept, it is making electric field 0 at the center, fourth charge. That means this fourth charge is creating the electric field equal to the three charges which were already present, right? So how much will be the electric field due to this one charge? So that will be E is equal to K into charge on that Q upon this distance, which is A by root 2. So upon A by root 2 square. भाइयों बहनों comes out to be 2kq upon A square. So that will be the electric field due to these three charges. How many of you understood that? Please write your names in the chat box. How many of you have understood that? Please write your names in chat box. Please write. Padma understood. Yes, understood. Aditya understood. Good. Sham understood. Aditya, Madhura, Chinmay, Sakshi, Spruha, Aradhya, Varad. All right, all right, all right. Sanika is saying, could you please explain again? Okay, Sanika, that is good that you have mentioned. Okay, everyone, pay attention once again. So, Sanika, what I am saying is, we have only three charges at three corners, due to which we need to find electric field at point O, correct? So these three charges which will be creating some electric field at point O. So what I did, I took or I found another similar charge from somewhere and I kept it at point which is empty, corner which is empty. So the moment I kept the charge at the empty corner, net electric field at O became 0. Now you please don't ask that how it became 0 because we have done similar questions just now. Okay. If all four charges are present, then electric field at O will be 0, right? That means, now try to understand, this alone charge which we have kept just now, this alone charge which we have kept just now, it has created electric field equal and opposite to the three charges which are already present. Okay. So electric field due to this one charge is equal to electric field due to rest of the three charges. So how much will be electric field due to this one charge? It will be E is equal to KQ upon distance square. Distance is A by root 2. Very good. Understood? So that's how we can solve these type of questions. Now let us talk about A part. So if we talk about A, and in a similar way, if I find another charge to keep at empty corner, now electric field at O will become 0. That means this alone charge, this single charge which we have kept just now, is creating electric field equal to the net effect of these two charges. So how much will be electric field due to this? So E will be K Q upon this distance. This distance is A by root 3. So A by root 3 whole square. That comes out to be KQ upon A 3 square. Answer. Okay, everyone. Good. Good. Let me give you one simple question as a full toss. As a full toss. So this question says there are charges Q, 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 Q. Find electric field at point O, sides are A. Find EO. Find E. Huh? Somebody was saying something. So people are saying, sir, if we get one more charge Q here, then that electric field will be zero. I said, okay. Then they said, sir, that means electric field due to this charge is equal to electric field due to remaining. I said, people have become smart. So now what they are saying, electric field due to this charge will be KQ by A square. Answer, right? Good. Appreciable. Appreciable. Next question on your computer screen for double the amount. Okay. Mhm. Good. This is point O, and the question is Q, 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 Q. And question is same. Find electric field at point O. So this time there are two corners which are empty. There are two corners which are empty. Please give me the answer. Yash is saying 2KQ, Sanika is saying 2KQ, Sanjana is saying 2KQ, Natasha is saying 2KQ, Chinmay is saying 2KQ, Sakshi is saying root 3KQ, Padma is saying 2KQ, Madhura is saying root 3KQ. There are some people who are giving a different type of answers. Jeremiah is saying 2, Amod is saying root 3, Disha is saying root 3, Aradhi is saying root 3. Now the people have taken a different track. All right. So this time, what I did, I searched for two charges, and these two charges are basically same, equal. So when I kept these two QQ, Sanjana is also saying sorry and changed her answer. That is fine. Okay, everyone, please pay attention. So this time, when I went there, I found there two charges are absent. So I found two charges from somewhere I borrowed and kept at these two corners. The moment I kept these two charges at this corner, net electric field at O became zero. Became zero, we have already done. All right. So when I give you some very easy questions, you don't feel that these are very easy questions. Why sir is giving such easy questions? Those are given for some net practice, or making you very aware that okay, that data was there, we used it, now use it here. All right. Okay, let us get back to the topic once again. So we kept these two charges, and the moment we kept these two charges here, net electric field became zero at the point O. That means what? That means the electric field due to four charges, just a second. The electric field due to four charges and electric field due to these two charges at point O is equal but opposite in direction. So let us find how much will be electric field due to these two charges at point O. So bhaiyon bahno, electric field due to this charge will be, let's say, E1. Electric field due to this charge will be, let's say, E2, and E1 is equal to E2 is equal to KQ by A square. But electric field is a vector quantity. We all know that. This angle will be 60. This angle will be 60. So net electric field due to these E net is equal to E1 E2 square plus 2 E1 E2 cos 60, and that comes out to be, now when you are going to put values of E1 is equal to E2 is equal to KQ by A square, so that comes out to be root 3 KQ by A square. I have skipped one step. I hope you understood, because we have done many such questions earlier. Okay. Every question which we do is basically building our base. So using that base, we can solve next question. Using that base, we can solve next question, then next question, then next question. Okay. That's how we progress. That's how we progress in a chapter. Remember that. So we need to pay attention to each and every question. All right. Okay. Please note. Please note. Any doubt, any question? Anyone? Any doubt, any question, anyone? Good. So let me give you one more question before we conclude today's lecture. And the question goes like this. We have again a triangle, equilateral. So this is Q, this is Q, this is minus Q, and that point is O. Side is A, find EO. Find EO. Okay, please give me answers quickly. Find, give me answers quickly. All right. So what people are saying, sir, due to these two charges, which one? Let me call it 1, 2, and this is 3. So people are saying, sir, due to 1 and 2, electric field will be E12. This is E1, this is E2. So E12 will be root 3 KQ by, no, not root 3, 3 KQ by A square. 3 KQ by A square. I asked how, they said, sir, we have just solved, so you can refer that. I said, okay, people have become smart. Now, due to this single charge, electric field will be E3. So E3 is also 3 KQ by A square. And they are saying ki sir, E12 is also in same direction. E3 is also in same direction. So E net is equal to E12 plus E3. I said okay. So that becomes 3KQ by A square plus 3KQ by A square. Total comes out to be 6KQ by A square. That is the answer. I said okay. Okay, everyone. If you have any doubt, any question, do not hesitate and ask. If you have any doubt, any question, do not hesitate and ask. Due to increased COVID cases, we shifted your test to next week. All right, because I don't want to conduct the test in online mode. I know your capabilities. Okay, so keeping your capabilities in mind, your skills, I shifted the test to next week rather than keeping it online. So you keep practicing, keep preparing. Okay, don't be careless. Don't think that exam is delayed. Your practice is very important. Okay, one or two of you, those who want to clear doubts, will take up your doubts on Teams today at 4. Okay, so those who want to clear doubts today at 4, after your regular classes will be over, we'll take up doubts. All right, so doubt discussion is at 4. Those who want, they can join. I'll keep that discussion class of doubt in this Teams only. All right, so till that time, keep studying, keep practicing. Okay, see you later. Okay, everyone. Bye
Thank you,
bye.
sir.
All right,
Thank you,
Peter.
sir.